All right, Michael. Overall thoughts? What do you think of the PlayStation State of Play? Speaking of Final Fantasy 16, I am Ben Star for next year. Damn, good for you, Brad. That's awesome, man. What are your overall thoughts, buddy?
Man, I mean, I feel like we came in. I mean, the problem for me is right. We didn't really get anything we weren't expecting, right? We got Wolverine as the opener. We got God of War as the closer. We got, some other games in the middle. Nothing really stood out to me. So, I mean, I feel like we knew what we were getting into, right? And I mean, as you talked about, right? Sometimes that's leaks. Sometimes, I mean, we kind of knew Wolverine had to be there, right?
Yeah.
So, didn't really blow me away. We got exactly what you and I were expecting, right? Maybe we thought we might get something from Naughty Dog. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. Score it? What would you score this?
6, I guess. Like, I mean, I guess we got Control, right? Again, I have to say though, right? I don't own a PlayStation, so it's hard for me to get hyped about Wolverine. It's hard for me to get hyped about God of War. I would say if I'm trying to say maybe I'm going to buy a PlayStation, right? I'd give it, I think my original prediction is 7, right? As you talked about, we got one, first party title at the start and then one at the end and then, a bunch of... I mean, the biggest surprise to me was that Control wasn't a Summer Game Fest title, right? I didn't predict Control was going to side with PlayStation in this sort of, unless maybe they're going to have a reveal at the Xbox One as well. I don't know. We'll have to see in a couple of days. So yeah, I mean, I give it a 7. Yeah. I mean, nothing blew me away. It was everything we almost expected it was going to be.
Just fair. I'm thinking I'm at an 8. Brad chimes in here and says, no killer, mostly filler. Wolverine and God of War were the good ones. Yep. Sony always has the first and usually is a big L. A lot of people, I'm curious to see where everybody else stands. So we had a total of about 21 games, not to mention in between with the PlayStation Plus stuff that really, a lot of people just doesn't matter. I'll be honest, right?
No, exactly.
Stuff we've seen before, like when you get into Marvel Token, Fighting Souls. So seeing Wolverine was a nice, comforting thought, though. Like, it's nice to see. Got my pen. What we're gonna get into there, because we needed, I think, a deeper dive and a better understanding of, hey, you know what? They got an R rating for a reason, and this is why. Dude, it was fire when you talk about how hard they were hitting when it comes to Wolverine. They weren't holding back. They weren't pulled, like, dude, it was all claws out. And at one point, it was like Wolverine's covered in blood, and you could barely see any yellow on him, right? It's like, man, they are not holding back. So that's cool. I'm looking for a dark, gritty Wolverine experience, and I can't wait to hack and slash my way on September 15th with that one. It's the biggest thing, right? Rayman Legends Retold got leaked. I caught that this morning. I was like, that's too bad. But again, it's one of those platformers that if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not really gonna matter, right? I think it's really what it comes down to. What was it? Kamuri, I think is how she may have pronounced that one. I think that was a nice little surprise, right? It's such an art style. I think that was really shocking to see that direction, which looks really, really cool. Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis. We're not getting that until February next year, which is probably for the best. That looks cool, man. I'm up for another Tomb Raider game, especially going back to the original. I think it's nice to see that. And yeah, like you said, I think you and I talked about it earlier, how they are looking to then push back in and bring Lara back to the fold and the mainstream of gaming. We'll see, but they're owned by Embracer, so who fucking knows? We can only hope for the best.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about it. The Lost Wild one I thought looked really cool too. That's the dinosaur. We thought it was Jurassic Park for sure. They call it the Lost Wild 2027. So again, another 2027 title. And then we looked at it, we're like, what is this? It was Phantom Blade Zero. It's no official date, just late summer 2026. Okay, cool. Dune Awakening coming September 22nd, I think is a mistake. I think they put themselves in the wrong window for that to come to console.
Yeah.
I think it should have been probably August or even next year. Early next year when you get a quieter zone. Even though February's starting to heat up more than usual. I think March,
I don't know if
February.
You can wait that. I don't know if you can wait that long on a re-release. Like, not a re-release, but a coming to console.
1.0. Yeah.
Yeah, I really think that, I'm with you. It should have been earlier, but I don't think they could have afforded to go later.
Nah, yeah, I get that, right? We need to go get Showcase on par with when they announced the new God of War years ago. That was peak Sony Showcase. Dude, we're right now in a different place for Sony. Sony is not the Sony we knew back in the day. This is,
Nope.
yeah, we're in a different direction, right? Like, there's nothing out of Naughty Dog here. Nothing.
I was shocked. That does not give me a good feeling. I mean, we knew the Hectic Prophet was a ways out.
Yeah.
This does not give me good feelings that it's it's probably further out than we thought, right? I mean, if you had anything, I think you would put it here. Because I think the only trailer we got was basically like 30, 40 seconds of the main character, and then they fly off to a planet, right? Like,
Yeah.
You had to give us something. So, I mean, now that game feels like it's 2029 almost, right? Like, we couldn't even get anything from it. So, yeah, that was a little, I thought we'd get something. I really did think we'd get some CGI, something from Naughty Dog.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did not. Then we got Dynasty Warrior 3 Remastered coming in October. No Rest for the Wicked coming in October. No actual date, just October. I'm excited for that one just because I wanted to hold back and get the console version. But again, 30 hours in on that one, and like doing Awakening early access.
1.0, right?
Yeah.
Like, at least it's a 1.0. At least it's, I would have been bad if it was like, hey, we're not going to give you 1.0 yet, but we're going to put it on console. So I think that'll kind of bring some people back into the game. I think that's a good one. I had forgotten about that.
So that was cool. Onimusha, Way of the Sword coming in September. Silent Hill Townfall in September 24th. Ace Combat 8 coming in October. Stuntman Hollywood, dude, coming soon. I don't know. Like,
I don't know that one. Yeah.
Who asked for that?
Not for me.
I don't know. It made me laugh. I don't see myself playing it though. Ill, that was a creepy as hell one. Where like that's for Scott.
No.
Yeah. Control Resident coming in September 24th. How do we feel about that one?
Again, I was shocked that they went with PlayStation, right? I definitely thought that was going to be something we were going to see at Summer Game Fest on Friday. So that was a nice little surprise. The release date was a nice surprise, right? You and I were talking right before we went live that they were basically like, oh, we don't care about GTA, which was like, is this going to be November? Are you stupid enough to put this in November? But I'm presently surprised. I mean, I think as we both talked about, September is going to just be chock full. Like it feels like clearly September, early October is the deadline that these companies have said, like, we don't even want to get into the month before GTA comes out. Like, it feels like October 19th is your hard deadline if you're a AAA studio of when you want to come out. So I think September is going to be really full of games. I'm curious how that's going to kind of all get sorted out on who kind of comes out on top. But no, it's a nice surprise. Like I said, I didn't think we were going to hear anything about Control till Friday. So I was pleasantly surprised.
I'm questioning the release date of September 24th.
Yeah.
That's my only concern, I think, right? I think the game looks incredible. I think those fans of Control are going to have a great time. The game's not for me, without a doubt. It's just not my style. But I think the September 24th date, September's just so busy. So busy. I'm worried the game gets overlooked. That's my concern. And then we saw Marathon, which you and I both discussed numerous times. Like, we're shocked that Bungie's still plugging away at this and trying to keep it going.
What does Bungie have left? I mean, we shut down Destiny. I don't think, if you're watching alongside of us, right, and you saw the chat was exploding for Destiny 3. That's never happening, obviously. So I don't know. Is this the last game we ever get from Bungie? Is it Marathon into the sunset?
I hope not. I hope not, man. That's not what I want to see. I'd like
want
to
it to
see
be, but I
Destiny
mean,
3, but...
Marathon, you can't convince me that game's not bleeding money. I mean,
dude, it's costing them
and I
so
gotta
much.
buy the expansion, by the way. I have to buy the expansion. That is insane.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
So yeah, I'm not happy about that one.
It's a struggling game. Why are you now forcing people to then buy the expansion is beyond me, but...
They're giving it to us a week early, right? Like a week test, I think, of the expansion for free. So I guess they're trying to convince people. I guess I'll have to see the price. I haven't opened up Steam. I haven't checked the price, but...
Yeah.
I mean, that game is not... I don't think so. I don't think it's it.
I don't think so either. RuneScape Dragon something, what was it called?
Dragon Wilds.
Dragon Wilds? Thank you. I missed it. Coming to PlayStation Plus day one. I thought that was cool.
It's a fun game. I think it's a cool survival game. Like I said, if you like survival games and you already have PlayStation Plus, I think it's a perfect game for that model. It really does feel like a perfect game for that model.
Yeah, which is fair, right? Psyops was there as one of the classic PlayStation Plus returns. It just kind of caught me off guard. And then Until Dawn 2 coming in 2027, right? That was a nice surprise, I think, for the Until Dawn fans. I think my kid will be pumped for that. He loved the first one, so I think he's going to get into this one as well and have a good time. But I don't know, there's something about the character art direction that just feels a little off to me. Something
it was interesting.
Yeah. And then lastly was the God of War reveal, and dude, boy,
but just no date, right? That's what really I think is. I mean, we thought we were gonna get even something. All we got was in development, right? Which, you know, maybe that was more CGI than, you know, we like to admit, right? Maybe that was. I mean, they had the, you know, the quick time events, right? That made it feel like you were actually playing. But I mean, you're what? Almost first mission is completely done and you still don't have a date, you know, it does raise some questions about when that game's going to come out, you know, unless they're trying to. I mean, I don't think you'd hold it close to the belt, right? I mean, you know, we're going to get more on it later. So yeah, the no date kind of killed it for me at the end there a little bit.
Yeah, it was too bad. I was kind of, so I say, like, I'd like to see it next year. If Sony could drop that next year with a few other titles, like, I don't. Man, with no
I lost all hope after we didn't get a date. I lost all hope. I'm going to be honest.
Which is fair.
And when you put in development, I lost all faith that game is coming out next year.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, but it looked so good. It's so polished. But that could be just a vertical slice of the game, right? Okay, we want to put this in the state of play. Let's get the whole team on this. Let's pump this out. Let's make it God of War, what you would expect. And, then we'll figure out the rest of the game later. Like, maybe that's... But that's kind of... I know that's not the case exactly, but that's kind of makes you wonder, right? If this is where we're at, but... Yeah. How do you feel with no Kratos in the next one, though? Does that matter to you? I know you're not a PlayStation guy, but it's still one of those... God of War is a Kratos-centric game. Yeah. And then we got Spartans of War this year, which just let the fans down.
We don't talk about it. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, it's the game that shall not be named in God of War.
Yeah,
right?
Never happened. The M. Night Shyamalan Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. We're not going to talk about that ever. Yeah, I mean, I think I appreciate them for the boldness, right? Again, I think to me, it's really going to come down to how much of this become, and I'm not always like a big lore guy, right? But just how much of this ends up being canon when we go back to Kratos, right? Yeah. Like if this just ends up being like a filler game, I think it's going to lose a lot of its oomph, right? But if it's like, if somehow around the time this game comes out, you can get a teaser for the next God of War, and you can at least somehow indicate that the events in this one, what was the name? It started with an L, right?
Laufey? Laufey? Laufey, I think is what it was.
Yeah, something like that. If you can at least like hint that those events matter, I think then it'll carry a lot more. If this just ends up being like, yeah, we're not ready to go to Kratos, we wanted to give you guys something, so we picked Faye, but none of it really matters, like I think then it'll just kind of lose the whole plot. So yeah, to me, I think it really is going to come down to is how can they prove or how can they show that these events are going to keep carrying over and have some real weight in the God of War trilogy, right?
Sure. Yeah. I like the spinoff. I like that we're getting Faye. It was funny because the way, no spoilers, but for the way Ragnarok ends, you could definitely go with Atreus, or you could go with Kratos once again, right? Yeah, there's a lot of people are thinking that, and all of a sudden now we get this. So this then sets up for the next God of War mainline, we'll call it, I guess, in the sense now of where does that entail? Because technically, like, we've buried Faye, we've spread her ashes. We've gone to the mountain. We're done. So where does that take us moving forward? So yeah, there's a lot of questions. But dude, from the gameplay, it feels like a God of War. Like it looks like a God of War. It's just not Kratos, which doesn't bother me. But I can only imagine some of the comments people are putting out there.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Care less. But yeah, I'm excited, dude. And the creatures in the world, I'm so intrigued to get into. I think the game looks awesome. But where do they place it? 2027 or are we going 2028? There's a lot.
2028.
Yeah.
I'm feeling 2028. I'm feeling 2028.
which is probably fair. That's what I said. I'm hoping for 2027, but I think it's a 2028 title, which then makes me kind of question the lineup for 2027 for PlayStation, right? Again, we saw 2 first-party studios out of PlayStation for the showcase. That is it. You got Insomniac with Wolverine, then we got Santa Monica Studios with the God of War here. So yeah, definitely a few questions of what else is everybody else working on, because I know, yeah, we've had them cancel studios, shut them down, and then reboot games, and then cancel games, and there's just a lot of unknown right now in the world of PlayStation, which is sad. But this is giving me a bit of hope, Michael. A bit of hope here to turn my PlayStation on, right? So definitely cool. Yeah, a lot of QTE events, which I know some people either like it or you don't, but that's the God of War right now is how they're kind of setting things up. But the combat looked fun. Dude, the cube, that's going to be hard to get over, this cube fucking thing.
The
versus...
cube was, yeah.
It's a weird design choice. I think the sword makes a ton of sense. The cube, I don't know.
The cube, I mean, it really felt like, at least from watching that boss combat, right, it feels like it's going to fit that, like, Atreus role, right? Where it's going to assist you.
Sure.
There's going to be some combos you can pull off, right? So I wonder if it is just one of those where the feedback they got from the last one is like, okay, we really liked how Atreus played off Kratos. We want to see that again. And, you know, is the cube the best choice? I don't think so.
I don't think so
It's going to be weird. I think it's going to add some, you know, maybe too much silliness to what's supposed to be like a serious title.
Yeah.
But I at least can understand why it's there. Again, it is that, like, her version of Atreus in terms of the combat assistance, just kind of, you know, add a little spice to the game. But yeah, at least from the opening scenes, I'm like, maybe it'll grow on me, but I'm not liking it.
Yeah, we'll take some time to get used to this cube, that's for sure. But that was the PlayStation State of Play for June 2nd. We're just getting started this week. Up next will be Summer Game Fest. We'll be back Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll follow it all up on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern with the Xbox showcase, and then that will follow with the Gears of War E-Day Direct. Lots going on, and if you haven't yet, go check out the gamerstheory.com website. That's where everything else we're going to be posting as well. There's a lot going on over there, as always. And again, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. As always, I'm Drew, that's Michael, and we're out.